Phenology is the study of recurring plant and animal life cycle stages, such as leafing and flowering, maturation of agricultural plants, emergence of insects, and migration of birds. Simply put, phenology is nature's calendar. The timing of plant and animal seasonal activities is influenced by weather, climate, and other abiotic factors. One of these factors is very predictable. The Earth is tilted at 23.5 degrees, and as it rotates around the Sun, this tilt creates our seasons. In the Northern Hemisphere, when that part of the Earth is tilted towards the Sun, that is our summer, where we experience longer days and generally warmer weather. When the Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun, that is when we have our shorter, cooler days in winter. This is consistent from one year to the next. Things get less consistent when we consider that Earth is covered in the layer of gases that makes up our atmosphere. As Earth spins, it creates complicated circulation patterns such as the jet stream, a high-altitude, fast-moving current of air that generally circulates the globe from west to east. Together with ocean circulation, these large-scale systems redistribute thermal energy across the globe. At a smaller scale, weather systems have a large degree of variability, introducing a more inconsistent influence on plant and animal activity. A colder spring may delay growth of plants. A wetter summer may extend the activity of animals such as frogs or insects. Phenology is tied to nearly all aspects of the environment, including the abundance and diversity of organisms, their interactions with one another, their functions in food webs and their seasonal behavior, and global scale cycles of carbon, water, and other chemical elements. Many birds time their nesting so that eggs hatch when insects are available to feed nestlings. In turn, insect emergence is often synchronized with leafing out in their host plants. For many people, allergy season starts when particular plants bloom. Earlier flowering means earlier allergies. Farmers and gardeners need to know when to plant to avoid frosts, and they need to know the schedule of plant and insect development to decide when to apply fertilizers and pesticides. Changes in phenological events like flowering and bird migrations are among the most sensitive biological responses to climate change. As global temperatures increase, many spring events are occurring earlier, and fall events are happening later than they did in the past. It is estimated that globally, across different types of plants and animals, we have already seen a shift of 4 days in activity. However, not all species and regions are changing at the same rate, leading to mismatches. How plants and animals respond to climate can help us predict whether their populations will grow or shrink, making phenology a leading indicator of climate change impacts. There are different types of phenological data that we can use to understand these changes. These include journals from early naturalists who recorded events of plants and animals, satellite data that can show landscape-scale plant green-up in the spring or loss of color in the autumn, herbaria, which are filled with plant specimens collected at a particular location, sometimes centuries ago, and on-the-ground observations like those collected through the USA National Phenology Network's Nature's Notebook program. Many people observe phenology without even knowing it. If you have noticed changes in the natural world around you, then you have observed phenology too. There is still a lot to learn about phenology. You can help advance the field by collecting data for Nature's Notebook in your yard or a nearby area that you visit frequently, or organize a phenology effort locally for data collection, research, or education. Learn more at USA-NPN.org.